Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to Sakura Cupid. We've got one ending. I forgot to take a fresh bottle of water, but whatever, I can do this. So we have one ending. My cheat window is opened on the second screen. My dog is doing something under the freaking desk. I don't know what he's on. Okay, somehow he managed to move the PC a little bit, whatever. Anyway, so we've got one ending, which is Mitsuki's ending. Feel free to check 7 previous episodes if you want to see all that. Now we are going the usual way, so to see other scenes only. We are not going through the entire story, we are going to see the scenes that were not shown in previous 7 episodes. So basically, we'll get some different endings, but like without elements that already been there. So we are going to skip a lot. Alright, we have today to this, unfortunately, threaten Mitsuki. I guess I could threaten her, but wouldn't that make me kind of a scumbag? I mean, I do owe her money. There has to be something else I can do, but what? Oh. I know. She might be. Does it mean if I love you so much you already have a special person in your life? Are my feelings unwanted? Are they noises? If that's the case, I will take full responsibility. Mitsuki bows her head deeply. If you already have a girlfriend, I have no other choice but to commit seppuku. That's the only way to show how truly apologetic I am for being so presumptuous. Do you have a katana lying around? Who has something like that just lying around? But you had those guns. That's different. I mean, they're not real guns, they can't hurt anybody. At least that's what I thought until I saw just how much my customized low bullets messed up poor Mitsuki. I wonder if that's why my colleagues up in heaven insist on using bows and arrows. Arrows have a bit less firepower than bullets, but that might be a good thing. I take the photo from Mitsuki's hands and set it back on the shelf. You don't need to worry, Mitsu, I will just tease you. Serra is my girlfriend. Perish the photo. Serra? That's the name of the girl in the photo. It's short for Seraphim. Oh, so we're not dating? That's a relief. Then are you friends? You could say that, I suppose. Childhood friends. I wanted to see you. I like the taste of your coffee. Yeah, sure. Oh, is that all? Yep. It'd be better not to get her hopes up. I don't want to encourage Mitsuki, not when she's still reeling from the effects of the blood. It'd be pretty easy to use her adult state to take advantage of her, but that'd be too much, even for me. Don't overthink things too much, Mitsu. I was only in for the coffee, not your body. So you're saying my body is enough for you? She squares her breast together with her arms. She must be doing it on purpose. As a guy, I would already lose that battle. Unfortunately, she has a lot to learn about her art of seduction. I doubt she didn't ever try to use her feminine violence on anybody before, and it shows. She looks kind of awkward. The blush on her face gets stronger than ever. I think I'd lose still. Your body is very pretty, Mitsu. I cast an appraising glance over her, but I'm not interested. But we're in the bath together, naked! Because you insisted. I was afraid you'd cry if I didn't give in to your request. I wouldn't cry. I just want to be close to you. For some reason, ever since we left the cafe, I felt if I'm apart from you for more than a few minutes, I'll die. Just the thought of it making me feel short of breath. I want to stay by your side. Headache. Okay, that was temporary. I have to stay by your side. Gee, little bullet I used basket packed upon. She's acting like a lovesick puppy. Now, what should I do? I don't mind her clinging to me, but it might be a bit of a pain later on. You can stay by my side, but that's all. That doesn't mean I'll return your feelings. So, you're not attracted to me? Yes, I am. Not as much as you're attracted to me, evidently. You don't want to be my girlfriend? I'd rather not rush things. I see. Maybe I still have a chance then. Alright, I've made up my mind. I won't give up. I'm going to spend much more time with you, Lilim, and I'm going to tell you how much I love you every day. No, every hour, or maybe even every minute. Spare me. I'll make myself useful to you in every conceivable manner. I'll do all your cooking, and all your cleaning, and all the shopping. I'll become your very own maid. Then hopefully you'll return my feelings. But even if you don't, that's fine. I just want to be with you. I want to be with you forever. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens when the effects of the bullet wear off. I even want to look at my face when she's finally come to her senses. It's a shame to. She really is cute. Well, having an obedient servant for a few days to do all my chores sounded terrible. I guess I should enjoy it while I can. Which isn't that nice. Oh boy. Now this is a painful decision. You know, there are moments in those games when you want to get the other endings that still the choices you have to make really are painful. But yes, we have to tell her to sleep on the couch and it's pain. Sorry me too, but you're on your own. I'm gorgeous, I know, but I need my beauty sleep just as much as the next girl, and I won't be able to get that if you're crammed up beside me. So I have to sleep on the couch? That's right, but don't worry, you should be warm enough. So what you're still doing here? I already told you to leave. Scrum, shoo. But I don't want to bother you. The last thing I want to do is make the girl I love feel uncomfortable. If I'm being a bother, then I'll go. Good. And I left a spare pair of pajamas on the couch for you. Go get changed into them. Sleeping in your regular clothes can be very comfy. Your pajamas? You mean I get to wear your pajamas? Well, what else are you gonna wear? I can't let you sleep naked, you might catch a cold. Lilim's pajamas! Mitsuki sighs and cups her cheeks with her hands. Even if I want to catch, I'll still be wearing your clothes. It will be like you remember me even if our bodies are parted. I can smell your cushions and our puppy warm in your clothes and imagine that we're together doing all kinds of unspeakable things. Wow. Is it just me, or does this guy have an overactive imagination? I guess it's kind of my fault since I'm the one who shot her and all. Alright, I'll sleep on the couch like a good girl. Yeah, you do that. I bet that's not what she's going to be doing. Maybe at some point, but... And I'll try not to be too lonely. Yeah, that's what she's going to be doing. Lilim's pajamas. Your pajamas against my naked body! And with that creepy little giggle, Mitsuki leaves. Actually, it worked out pretty well, I guess. It was pretty creepy what I did. I sighed. That girl. I never knew she was into such weird stuff. She always acted so uptight and standoffish before. The power of love really is amazing. Boop. Boop. You're a darling. I am allowed to eat my house. Your manager doesn't know what he's missing out on. Your manager does know. A good thing when he sees it. If you dressed like this, I bet your cafe would explode in popularity. Totally! Well, maybe it's a good thing we don't have too many visitors. I'm not the best at customer service. So why did you decide to dress up as a maid? Isn't it obvious? I want to serve you, Lilim. But why? I think we'll still use that option. Yes, you're super adorable. When you blush like that. Well, I am. Hey, it's been months. I won't go down without a fight. Try and flatter Serra. Well, I always knew this day would come. What are you talking about? It was obvious. If we ever thought seriously, you'd beat me. I mean, you always beat me in school. I expel a heavy breath from my chest and look up in the ceiling. I was so much for you after all. My cheap tricks can't compare to your level of skill. I should have known. Lilim. Serra shifts slightly, her grip on her bow slackens. I think you fought harder me too. You tried your best. Oh no, it's kind of you to say that, but I was laughing compared to you. I think you're quite remarkable too. Please don't put yourself down like that. No, I deserve not to be castigated. I was foolish to ever try to stand against you. Serra looks at me. She blinks. She started to waver. She said she'd firmed up her resolve, but I wonder if I push a little harder, maybe I can make it a crack. If I could, I'd go back in time. I'd agree to go back into heaven with you in heartbeat if I could avoid this humiliation. Oh, Lilim, do you really mean it? That's right. If I return to heaven, which now I see that I must, I would prefer to go of my own volition as your equal, rather than your puppet, my mind controlled by lust. And now for the finishing blow. We used to be best friends, wasn't we, Serra? That's right, we were best friends. Then will you do me this one favor? Will you put down your bow and let me go back to heaven with you, side by side, like the friends we once were? I don't want to be apprehended like a criminal. Lilim. Serra shifts, she bites her lower lip. What a cutie. She is pure. Maybe she's too pure. And what about the human girl? What about her? I thought you cared for her. You defended her yesterday, and you seemed rather opposed to the idea of her memories being wiped. Don't you care about what happens to her? Don't be silly, Serra. I care about you much more than a silly human girl. Well, if you're sure. Slowly, very slowly, Serra retracts her bow. She moves that with her away from her chest and lets her weapon dissolve into a shower of particles. Here. With a small smile, Serra extends her hands towards me. Can you stand? Thank you, Serra. I accept her hand tremulously. Thank you for being such a good friend, and my eyes flash. Thank you for being so easy to trick. Yeah! Serra squeaks in alarm. With one movement, I summon my pistol from thin air, and you know what happens next. If you were with me before. Okay, this time we are warning her. Good Samaritan achievement. Yeah, I wouldn't eat that if I were you. But I put so much time and effort to creating this dish. I know, and I'm sure Serra's very grateful, but I kind of have a craving for fast food right now. Oh, is that so? Yeah. Hey, I have an idea. Since Serra's now to our household and she's not familiar with human customs, why don't we go somewhere fun? Fun? That's right. It's still pretty early, so we should go out together and enjoy ourselves. We'll stop to get a bite to eat on the way. What do you say? Well, if you're sure. It seems a shame to waste the omelette, well. Maybe I'll wrap it up and put it in the fridge for another day. That's right, you do that, Mitsuki. But don't blame me if it happens to go missing in the middle of the night. Serra looks at me, her eyes wide with gratitude. When she rises from the table with faulty steps, the smell of the omelette must have left an impact. She whispers, "Thank you," under her breath. I guess that's one casualty averted. I've done my good deed for the day. Yes, that's true. Okay, let's go, Serra. Are you sure this is alright? Of course it's alright. Why wouldn't it be alright? I was just thinking. Mitsuki wanted to look around this park with you, didn't she? So, what about it? Well, I feel a little bit guilty, I suppose, if you decided to show me around instead. You've been living with Mitsuki longer after all, and she seemed so very excited. She knows more about this park than I do, and she was determined to spend some private time with you. I hope she isn't too upset. Oh, Serra, you worry too much. I do? You always do. Still, I guess you wouldn't be you if you weren't always getting worked out about small silly things. I grin and prod Serra's cheek. Her cheeks are very soft like mochi, and my finger sinks into her flesh easily. Hey, that hurts. I like hurting you. But why? Because you make cute noises and pull cute faces, obviously. You're a bully. Yep. You shouldn't have made it so proudly. But I just did. You should know by now, Serra, that I'm not ashamed of who I am.
I know, you make it obvious. Sometimes I think it would do you some good if you were at least a little ashamed.
Serra sighs and bats my finger away.
Are you really sure this is alright?
It's fine, like I said.
What do you mean it's okay?
It's a grown woman, she should be able to get over a little disappointment. Besides, she said it was her dream to go to this park since she was a kid. She doesn't need to be with me to enjoy herself. She said she was fine looking around on her own, didn't she?
She did, but being on your own isn't very much fun.
Sarah looks down at her gown. Shyly she fiddles with her sleeves.
I know that better than anybody.
Oh, were you really that sad when I left you, Sarah?
It's not like I was sad. I just didn't have anything to think about other than work, I guess. It's embarrassing, but you're the only person in heaven who ever really spoke to me, so when you left I was on my own. It was not long, but I was busy and I tried to not think about it. I always have so much work to do. I'm always so busy, but I guess I have some free time on my hands now.
And that's why I want to help you fill up your calendar. You've never really let yourself relax before. You don't know how. That's why you need me to show you. Mitsuki's clingy, but she knows how to keep herself entertained. I trust her. You, on the other hand.
Are you saying you don't trust me?
I just think you'd be lost without my guidance, that's all.
I'm not the one who needs your guidance. You're always copying my notes back in school and asking me to tutor you. Even me, you're the one who's always been relying on me.
For school stuff maybe, but there is a big white war beyond school. Can't you see that, Sarah? I gesture with my hand at the plaza and the swing at the buildings and all the children wearing roll-on front ears and eating ice cream. I'm showing Sarah the park, but I don't just mean Disneyland. The world's much bigger than that. Compared to heaven, the earth is huge. There's so much going on all the time, and there are so many people too. If Sarah wasn't with me, she'd probably get overwhelmed. You need to learn how to have fun. Stop being so serious. Get your head out of the books every once in a while and really live.
But I've lived most of my life through stories. I'm not sure how to live it for myself.
That's why I'm here. I'll help you every step of the way. Because you're so helpless, I'll even hold your hand if you want.
I'm not helpless.
You are when it comes to some things. Even Mitsuki agrees with me. Sarah pops her cheeks move out like a gerbil's. She folds her arms and turns her head away.
Well, what happens now?
What do you mean?
You brought me to this loud, noisy place, so you better have some kind of plan. Is there anything you want to do, or do you just want to watch me squirm?
There is nothing kind of more than watching you squirm.
Be serious, please!
I'm being serious, after all, it's been so long. I'm feeling a little pent up. I draw my tongue against my lower lip seductively.
Ew!
Sarah pulls a face. She takes a step back and very nearly bumps into the staff member in the black costume.
You shouldn't do that in places like this, Lilim. There are children.
Does that mean I can flirt with you in a place where there aren't children? Sarah's face burns.
Just because I'm stressed enough as this. You know I don't like crowds or loud noises. I don't like places like that at all.
So basically, she doesn't like public places, kinda, or basic places where there are a lot of people. From earlier talks with her, more or less, we get to know that she liked Magical Girls anime. Do I get a little bit of otaku vibes? She's freaking sexy. I mean, there are otaku that are sexy, but she's a cupid as well, so.
Just hurry up and decide on our itinerary so we can get around this so-called park as quickly as possible.
Oh, Sarah. I sigh and rest one hand on her shoulder. You don't understand why I brought you here at all, do you?
What do you mean?
Weren't you listening? I brought you here to have fun. Making an itinerary doesn't sound like fun at all. You can't plan every little aspect of your life. You need to go with the flow sometimes.
And what do you suggest we do? Wander around aimlessly until our feet get sore?
Yes. That was the general idea, yes.
You're terrible at planning.
And you plan way too much.
It's not possible to plan too much.
It is when it gets in the way of having fun. Speaking of fun, I should decide what to do. I came here for you, so... Is there something you want to do, Serra?
Me?
That's right, you decide. You're in charge of your own fate.
Well,
Serra brushes the strand of her hair behind her ear and digs the tip of her shoe against the ground. The smell of fried onions fills the air. Hot dogs, I think. The cherry music continues playing. Children scream and tug her parents here and there. Electronic beeps emit from a nearby claw machine, stuffed full of cute teddy bears. Teddy bears.
I was thinking...
Serra glances to one side surreptitiously. She thinks she's being covert, but I know what she's looking at. The claw machine. The teddy bears. I nod my head with sudden understanding. I see.
What do you see?
That's so like you, Serra.
What do you mean?
You've always liked stuffed toys, haven't you? But you're too embarrassed to admit it to it.
I don't like stuffed toys.
I know you do.
I don't.
No, you don't have to lie to me, sir. I've known you since, like, forever. We're best friends, I know. All your secrets.
I don't have any secrets.
Then what about Daikon? Daikon being her unusually named stuffed bunny. Serra's face burns with shame.
I put all my toys in a box under my bed when I turned 18. I mean, it's childish to have a lot of toys in a room.
It might be childish, but it's what you like, isn't it? And let's face it, actually, girl having a little bit of a childish side to her. That's freaking cute. Serra bites down her lower lip. She looks conflicted. Serra's so serious, her love of cute stuffed toys contrasts with her outward demeanor, but that only makes her all the more otherworldly. True, I agree with that. Don't worry, Serra, I'll go win one of those bears for you.
But those bushes are probably rigged. It will eat all of your money. And anyway, I don't even want a stupid bear.
But her voice trembles. I know she's being honest, not with me or herself. She wants one of those bears. She wants one badly. And I'm going to grant her wish. Nothing's too expensive for you, sweetheart. I'll be back in a second. I start confidently towards the machine. I'm not a cupid for nothing. It's time to make some magic happen. That's such a good freaking CG. I want to be that bear.
Wah!
Serra holds on the stuffed bear tightly. She nuzzles her face against its soft fur. The bear is large, and for it obscures much of Serra's face, I can see one of her eyes. Half her smile. She's smiling. I've never seen her smile before. Her whole face is glowing.
He's so cute.
So we decided he's a he.
Of course he's a he, isn't it obvious?
I didn't know stuffed toys had their genders.
There's a lot you don't know. Maybe I shouldn't surprise you. You're not sensitive enough to tell these things, but I can see all the subtle signs. Don't you see the shape of his forehead? That's definitely masculine, and the look in his eyes. He's definitely a boy.
She states it firmly. Asked for drink me to agree, not that I want to. Why would I? Serra's fierce determination is far too adorable. So, have you thought of a name for him?
Well, you were the one who called him for me, so maybe you should do the honors.
Please, you know I'm terrible with names, and you're the one who wanted him, not me.
I guess.
Serra's shoulders slump. Maybe she is relieved. She's offered to let me name her bear, but I'm sure that was an empty gesture. She didn't really want to let me not when her bear is so important to her.
Well, if you don't mind, then maybe I'll name him after you.
Me?
That's right. How about Lilia?
That's a girl's name. Eh? Serra's face flushes. Shyly she burns her nose against her bear's fluffy coat once more.
I probably sound stupid, but...
No. I don't think it sounds stupid to call a boy with a girl's name at all. It's totally cute, yeah, definitely. Makes sense. Yes, of course.
Really?
Yeah, it's cute, yeah. Just like you. I mean, the just like you part is cute, okay? She is cute, that's true.
I'm not.
You totally are.
I wonder. I don't know if I'm cute, but...
Serra peeps at me from behind Lilia's ears. Her eyelashes flutter shyly.
I wanted to tell somebody, but I was too embarrassed to say. I thought you'd tease me first, but... Well, thank you for winning it for me.
It's no problem. Seeing happy makes me happy.
Really?
That's right. I mean, you are my best friend. Or maybe more than that. Invite Serra into the bed. Justify. Okay, we are doing this one this way. Hey Serra, are you still awake? Now, here's a thing. Here's actually a really weird thing when it comes to me. I actually find what Serra is wearing for sleeping more alluring than what Lilim is wearing. I don't know why, but it really is like that. I just can't explain why is that. But I really do find this more alluring. But whatever. Serra lifts her head, her eyes find mine in the darkness. She blinks at me grossly, her lips burst.
So what if I am?
I think she's trying to sound tough, but the small slumber gives her away. She can't help herself. She's so scared, it's adorable. You usually go to bed early, don't you?
I've had a busy day. In less than 10 hours I found out I won't be able to go back to heaven. I became your house guest and you took me to a so-called theme park.
She makes a little quotation mark with her fingers. I throw. They are not so-called theme parks. That's what they are actually called.
Whatever, I don't care. It was loud, noisy, and it stank of fried food. It was all too much to take in, so forgive me if I'm not abiding by my usual sleep schedule.
I see. And I suppose you're not at all scared of the storm, right?
Scared? Of course not. I hardly even realized there was a storm.
Then why are you trembling?
I'm not trembling.
You're shaking like a leaf.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Huh. You can spin whatever fake narrative you'd like inside your head. Goodness knows it's empty now, but I know the truth. I'm a grown woman. I'm too old to be afraid of a little winter train.
And thunder?
Especially thunder. It's nothing to be scared about. It just...
All of a sudden, the thunder crashes. It's so loud. I can hear it rotting inside my skull. Serra squeaks. All color rains from her skin turns white as ivory. Are you sure you're not afraid?
I'm not, I swear.
Then, why are you covering like that?
Like I said, it's cold tonight and...
The thunder scans Serra moans.
Okay, I'll admit it. I don't like the thunder. In fact, I hate it. There, does it make you happy? Do you like embarrassing me?
Yes, I love doing that. It's my favorite pastime.
You're so mean.
But you love me anyway.
I don't love you at all.
But you're in my bedroom wearing your underwear.
Because I didn't have any pajamas, and I'm not wearing your ridiculous lingerie.
Serra poofs out her cheeks and lets her blanket fall from her front. She's so indignant, I guess she forgot to be afraid. Whatever. Serra might be wearing her underwear, but it's not really sexy. How dare you! That was... definitely not what I was saying, okay? It's freaking Lilim's words. She doesn't wear cute frilly bras like mine. She thinks they are too risky. Serra prefers plain white vests that cover most of her chest and black cycling shorts that look more in place at the gym than the bedroom. You say that, but now that I think about it, first of all, it actually shows a little bit. I mean, those shorts are freaking tight, and you can see things actually. That, well, shirt actually looks pretty tight as well, so I'd say you get the basic idea what she's hiding beneath the clothes, but also there's a lot left to her imagination, and that's why it's freaking sexy. I think I just explained why I find it sexy. More than that linger, yeah. Not that I don't like it, but yeah. Serra has a sexy body, but she has no idea how to flaunt it. I don't think she wants to. Maybe that's why she's turning so red. But I think it adds to her charm. Well, I think the boyish look suits you. But you'd look adorable in area too.
I'm not interested.
Do you want to give it a try at least? Once, just for me?
I wouldn't try it if you treated me at gunpoint.
I don't know about that. My bullets can make people do all kinds of crazy things. Do you remember what happened when I shot you last time? Weren't you begging for a chance to bear my children and for us to get married and...
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Crack.
Yeah!
Sarah screams in alarm, her eyes bad with tears. She's not just afraid of the storm, the poor girl is petrified. She stumbles and carries up on herself like a snake. Maybe she thinks that it protects her, but it doesn't. The storm continues to rage outside, even louder and stronger than ever before.
I can't stand it, it's so loud. What if it hits me?
It won't hit you, silly. We're inside, the storm's out there.
I know that logically, but sometimes when you're scared, it's hard to think logically.
Serra, being logical... Who would have thought?
Shut up!
Alright, I'm shutting up for now. Serra looks so small and scared, even I feel mean if I continue to tease her. My offer still stands, you know.
What offer?
If you want, you can come into bed with me.
And how will that help exactly?
It won't stop the storm, but it might make you feel a little less alone. And if you want, I can always put arms around you. Then if the storm hits, it will get me, not you.
It doesn't work like that.
But Serra smiles at the same time, albeit hesitantly.
Well, if you don't mind.
Why should I mind? My bed's not big, but there is always room for a pretty girl to squeeze in.
Gross! You're such a pervert!
You know it. I wink Serra's eyes.
I don't understand why you were born a Cupid. You would make much better devil.
That's true, actually. Serra rises to her feet and pads across the room. The thunder strikes again, and she pauses, drawing in on herself. She breathes in heavily, eyelids squeezing shut, and counts under her breath before she once more begins to move. After a few seconds, she makes it to the side of my bed. She sits down on the edge. How big actually is that room? Because it looks like she would need just make one step, and she would be there. But whatever. After a few seconds, she makes it to the side of the bed. She sits down the edge of the bed awkwardly and looks at me.
So, what do I do now?
You get in, of course.
Hey, wait!
But I don't wait. I grab hold of Serra's wrist and pull her down into bed with me. Shelter from the storm. Serra bounces when her back hits the mattress.
You could be a little gentler.
Sorry. I giggle and stick out my talking apology before winding my arms around her and pulling her close. In the darkness, I can hear Serra's heart beating. The noise is barely audible above the wind and the rain and the rumbling thunder. Her heartbeat is quick and anxious like a baby bird's. Serra's a little shorter than me, but I can rest my chin on the top of her head easily.
This is embarrassing.
What is?
Being so close to you. Our legs are all tangled together and I can feel your...
My what? Serra looks away shyly, her eyes downcast.
Your chest pressing against me?
It will provide insulation from the thunder. Soft, squishy things absorb electricity, right?
Idiot.
But for she chastises me, Sarah's still smiling. Sarah's breathing evens out. For the storm continues to rage, she sounds and looks a little calmer. I rub her leg with the underside of my foot. Sarah shivers, but she doesn't complain. You smell good. Do I? Like fruit. She sighs softly, her eyes wet with tears.
Hey, Lilim.
Yes, what is it?
Thank you.
You don't need to thank me for helping you. I'm doing what any friend would do.
I don't just mean about the thunder, I mean thank you for all the things, I guess.
Like what?
Like when we were back in school. You really were the only friend I had when I was growing up, and you were still kind of my only friend now. You annoy me a lot, and you're so flippant I get mad at you sometimes. You're always joking around, and I can never help when you're being serious. It bothers me, but we're different, but you've always been there for me. You've always supported me. You've always been there for me, even now. So I just want to say...
Serra nods her head against my shoulder, and inhales softly. I feel her hair brushing against my cheek and my neck. It's soft and warm. Her whole body is warm, like a piece of boiled tofu.
Thank you. It's hard for me to be honest, and I don't like admitting I have any weaknesses. I want to do everything myself, and that's probably why I've never had any friends. I scared everyone else away, but you kept coming back to bother me. It annoyed me at first, but I'm glad you did. If it weren't for you, I really would be alone.
Well, you don't need to be alone anymore. I'll be by your side no matter what, because you're special to me.
I am?
That's right. I brush a few strands of Sarah's hair behind her ear and press a gentle kiss against her forehead. You're my precious Sarah. And though it's pretty cool to admit it, I miss her a lot too. You should know you're the only one for me. You don't need to worry about being Serb, Serra. You're the only one for me.
Oh, you? You? Do you really mean it?
Of course I mean this. You're adorable. Nobody blushes when I tease them quite as much as you do.
Well, it's not like that makes me happy or anything.
Whatever you say. But the fact remains, I'm not concerned about Mitsuki. If she gets caught, she could be used as a bargain chip, and I have no interest in migrating Garbiel. She doesn't play fair, and she always wins. Do you have any information about Mitsuki's whereabouts?
Well, if you're that concerned.
She left a note here. Searches in the pocket and takes out the note, and you know what happens next. Let's wait for Serra again. That's a good music. Later that night.
Hey, Lilim.
Serra. When we got home, Serra asked if she could share my bed with me. Serra was tired after finding Gabriel and said she wanted to sleep somewhere a little closer than the floor on the couch. Or the couch. Floor on the couch? That doesn't make any sense. Floor or the couch. Mitsuki was a little happy about it, but she eventually agreed. I guess after their whole career, Serra and Mitsuki aren't going to argue anymore. Having two cute girls fight over who gets the immense privilege of sleeping with me is a pretty nice idea, though. It feels like I'm the protagonist of a harem visual novel. But getting back to the point. I should probably be focusing on Serra. She's wearing a rather demure vest and cycling shorts. For the vest covers quite a large amount of her chest, her arms are pressed together and I can see the fat of her breast spilling out over the confines of her shirt. Her face is dusted pale pink and she's looking up at me almost shiny. She does look adorable when she stares up at me like that. It makes me want to hug her close and never let her go. I wish I could take her home. Wait. For I guess she's already living at my home now. I'm so lucky. I was just wondering. What is it?
Well, I guess after finding Gabriel, I really can't go home back to heaven now, can I?
I wouldn't bet on it, I'm afraid. Gabriel might be the proud pervert, but she has the law at her side. If we try to now, we won't even have a chance to tell her our side of the story. We'll be apprehended and put on trial, and we might even be banished to hell.
Hell!
Sarah looks so shocked, I almost feel bad for making her worry. Hey, it will be alright. We can't get punished if we don't get caught, right? We just need to stay here on Earth, away from all the angels and cupids.
So we're fugitives now?
I guess. Doesn't that sound romantic? It'll be me and you against heaven.
It sounds like a pain.
Oh, come on, where's your sense of adventure?
You've always been more adventurous than I have. When I was young, I never imagined this would happen. I studied so hard so I could become a top-class cupid. And now I've been banished from heaven and I'm a criminal. I wonder, what was I working so hard for? What was the point?
Serra, do you regret disobeying Gabriel?
Well...
Do you wish you'd brought me back to heaven like she ordered? Serra pauses, she frowns, thinking, and then...
No. That's the most puzzling thing. Over these last few days I've been acting completely to the contrary of my nature. I've been doing all kinds of crazy reckless things I'd never normally do. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it one bit.
Serra's eyes narrow with resolve. Voice dark, I can see that her irises are filled with passion.
I'd rather be banished to hell by your side than return to heaven on my own. I don't care what happens to me, just so long as I can be with you. I did miss you.
She sniffs.
I've always been around what you have, but it was so lonely. I was so lonely without you. I never talked to nobody to lie, nobody who wanted to be my friend, and all I had to was work. I thought I was living just, righteous life, but you made me realize. I wasn't happy like that, I wasn't happy at all. It's different when I'm with you, I'm different,
Serra swallows. She looks at me uncertainly, her lower lip trembling.
I don't just like you, Lilim. I've never just liked you. Ever since we were young, I've loved you. I still love you. Therefore, you've caused so much trouble for me, more than ever before.
Serra. I stared at her. She looks completely earnest. Serra's always earnest. Her chest is rising and falling, straining for each breath. For her cheeks are painted pink, she doesn't try to look away. Her eyes meet mine, firm and unfaltering. She loves me. She really loves me. She loves me and I. Oh, Serra. I lean forwards, my fingers resting in her arms. I draw her even closer to my body, so our breasts press together. She's so close I can hear her heart beating. I can see the tears budding in her eyes. I can count every single one of her eyelashes. Okay, I don't think that's possible. She's pretty. Serra's so pretty. She's always tried her hardest, giving everything 110%, and this love confession is so different. Telling me her true feelings must have been difficult, but she did all the same. She fought her way through her own shyness, anxiety, and insecurity, because she's brave. She's strong. And she's all the more beautiful for it. I was hoping you'd tell me that someday.
Huh?
She grasps.
You mean you already knew?
Of course I knew. It was obvious, just by the way you looked at me.
Dad? That's so embarrassing!
Serra squeals in alarm, her face practically burning.
I realized I was so transparent. I wanted this to be dramatic, romantic confession, but no. I just look like an idiot.
You might be an idiot.
Don't agree with me!
But you're my idiot. And with that I reach forward and press a gentle kiss against Serra's cheek.
Huh?
Serra blinks, confused. She holds one hand to her cheek.
What was that for?
Because I like to, you idiot. In fact, everything is swallow. I can do this. Serra told me how she felt. It's only proper that I return the favor, otherwise I would be able to look at my reflection in the mirror ever again. I love you too, Seraphim.
Lilim.
I knew you had a huge crush on me since we were 8 years old, but I kept it quiet. I thought you'd be embarrassed if I knew, and then you'd back off. I want to hear those words from your own lips, unprompted. I didn't want to bully you into confessing. Now I'm glad I waited, even though it was so infuriating sometimes. I'm glad you told me. I hold her close, running my fingers through her soft hair. She's so soft and warm, embracing her is like holding onto a favorite stuffed teddy bear.
Now I can tell you.
Now I can tell you. I love you. I love you more than anything. And I won't let anything tear us apart. I promised. It took Serra long enough to finally tell me how she felt. I want to enjoy being her girlfriend for as long as possible, and nothing's going to get in our way. We're going to stay together forever. Serra is freaking precious. Honestly, she's the best. I already can announce that Serra, actually Serra, which is short for Seraphim, is the best girl of Sakura Cupid. Even if I didn't expect that at the very beginning. I predicted her to be that childhood kind of pain in the ass character. Luckily enough, she wasn't like that, and that's great. Anywho, we have 2 endings done. We have actually 3 more. I know, it's a lot, but we have to check them out, so hope you enjoyed it for now, and we hopefully will be able to see each other tomorrow as well. So until then, bye bye.